What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Now today in this video, we're going to focus on the max torque output of the all-new Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. And the reason why I am just so focused on this right now is because through my last video, I actually showcased a ton of new information showing us what the horsepower, the weight, and the torque is of the all-new Shelby GT500. And there's actually something that I missed, and thanks to you guys, you have pointed that out. So I greatly appreciate it, and I had to make this video to showcase this new evidence because this is something that is truly important.
It's the same Ford Performance team that won Le Mans. They poured the heart and soul into this GT500 through a dual clutch transmission that changes gears in less than 100 milliseconds.
Now, as you guys know, the new Ford Shelby GT500 actually comes with the first ever DCT transmission designed for a road-going Mustang. This is something unheard of. Trust me, this is something that just blows the competition away because this is a form of technology that is usually reserved for high-end exotic supercars. But this is what Ford meant when they said, this car will embarrass supercars at a Ford price. The technology found inside of this new Ford Mustang is inspired by that of the Ford GT and the new Mustang GT4. What Ford Performance is trying to do is that they're looking at what makes these cars so special, so fast in their racing division, and apply that on their Shelby and their high-performance Ford products. And that is something that they're just nailing. Anyways, why is the new DCT automatic transmission so relevant when it comes to the max torque output of this new Shelby GT500? Now, transmissions are rated and they have their maximum that they can handle, and that is what we're going to look at today. So here we are on Tremec's actual website, and this is the model number right here. This is the specific model number for the DCT transmission. This is a new 7-speed DCT that Tremec has designed, and the funny thing is, this 7-speed automatic is rumored to be inside the new C8 Corvette. That would be very cool, very interesting for a Corvette to have a dual clutch automatic transmission, and that would make it very quick around a road course and even a drag strip. This is why Ford chose to put this transmission inside the new Shelby GT500. It makes the Shelby GT500 a well-rounded high-performance vehicle. That being, it can attack the drag strip and the road course as efficiently as possible. It says that this transmission is actually a high-torque dual-clutch transmission. This is something that's very important for the Shelby GT500 because you guys must recall the GT500 is the high horsepower. It is the high-torque variant of the Ford Mustang. It needs a transmission that can handle that setup. Scrolling down some more, right here we go. These are the major features of this all-new 7-speed automatic transmission by Tremec. It says right here, it's got 7 gears, we know that. It's designed for rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, and transaxle platforms. But this is the good stuff. This is the most important aspect of this list. The torque capacity is 900 Newton meters, or 664 pound-foot of torque. That means that the maximum torque from the Ford Shelby GT500 can only be 664 pound-feet of torque. This is very important information because this matches up with that leaked document I was talking about in the previous video. Also, that 14 pound-feet of torque gap between the 650 and the 664 limit makes a lot of sense as well, because this car is a mass-produced vehicle. They're going to make at least probably around 5,000 of these cars a year, and obviously they're not going to want to max out that DCT tranny and risk any possible complications. So this again provides even more information to help show us that this document may in fact actually be true. So if you want to watch my entire breakdown of this document, please click above right here. But real quick, I'm going to provide for a quick rundown. This document was first leaked a few months ago. Through this document, I have in fact confirmed this car does have a 7,500 RPM redline. That is both correct in reality and on this document. Also, this car does have a 373 axle ratio. That has been confirmed as well. Moving on, you also have a carbon fiber drive shaft that was first showcased on this document. Initially, most of us didn't know what to believe, but that has been confirmed as well through that new leaked brochure that came out the day before the GT500 was actually unveiled in Detroit. But what I'm trying to prove here is that this new Shelby GT500 does have a maximum torque output of 664, and most likely it will make around 650. What I'm trying to say is that this document does look very real, given all the measurements that are listed. So that being, if the new GT500 has around 650 pound-feet of torque, expect Ford to improve on that horsepower rating of 720, so most likely it will be a bit more than that. There's no telling exactly how much. What I think is going on right now is that Ford is currently working on this car and trying to get more horsepower out of that motor, as much as they possibly can, before they finally release affirmative specs. My question is to all of you guys, what do you think? Do you think this car truly has 650 pound-feet of torque? Now, I'm just saying this because the evidence is certainly there, and that is a transmission found inside of the new GT500. So if that is the case, this GT500 cannot have more than 664 pound-feet of torque. So that will limit the torque aspect of this vehicle. And also, if you do refer back to that quote, the venom kills demon, well, torque-wise, it does not, but the horsepower is still up in the air. We still do not know exactly from Ford what the final horsepower numbers will be, because we really don't know if Ford is going to underrate the horsepower. So there you go, guys. I have given you all the information for you to make your own assumption and decision about this matter. Do you think this car really does have 650 pound-feet of torque? And also, do you really think that this transmission can only take up to 664 pound-feet of torque? That will certainly hinder the modifications you could do to this vehicle, because I can't imagine what Shelby's going to do with the Super Snack package, because as you guys know, my GT500 was originally 662 horsepower and I believe 631 pound-feet of torque, but then after the Super Snack package, they raised both the horsepower and the torque by a ton. So what do you guys think? Do you think that is going to affect the car if this is in fact true? And also, if we look back at that venom kills the demon statement, this doesn't exactly prove that, I think. I think that statement was made just out of pride, and that is not exactly the case. The Demon is a drag-focused vehicle. It's got drag tires. It's got 18-inch wheels. This car has 20s, okay? It's got Cup 2 tires. These tires are not the best for drag racing, so this car, yes, it does have more of a track setup, especially with the aerodynamics in the wing, so it will be very interesting how it does at the drag strip. But Ford did say this car will be a sub-11 second car. Anyways, guys, stay tuned for much more videos regarding the Shelby GT500, including the entire ordering process, even to picking up the car and testing it against my GT350R and my GT500 Super Snack. But that DCT will be something completely different and super hard to compete with, especially against my GT350R on a road course. That will be very interesting, and I can't wait to see what kind of lap times they pull against each other. My guess is that the GT500 is in fact faster because it has 700 plus horsepower. That's a major advantage over 526. And also it has the advantage of being an automatic compared to my 6-speed manual. So Ford did say the automatic would be much quicker, and it'll give you access to all the power the GT500 offers. So we're going to have to see what exactly they truly mean. The challenge is going to be getting this car without paying an ADM, because as you guys know, I live in SoCal, and the dealerships down here tend to mark everything up. So best of luck to all of you guys who want to buy this car as well down here in SoCal, or in any general region where they charge crazy money for these new Mustangs. Hopefully, it's not as bad this time around. The unfortunate part about it, though, is that Jim Owens actually said that they will be using the same distribution method that they used with the GT350. So if that is the case, these big dealers may buy up all these cars and control the market, and really, no one wins except these dealers. That has to be one major downside of trying to buy one of these brand new Shelby Mustangs when they first come out. Now that's gonna wrap up this update video. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you did like it, make sure to smash that like button. It really does help me out. And also comment down below what you think. Don't forget to subscribe for much more Shelby content. And while you do that, hit that notification bell so you do not miss any new episodes. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, I mean, a vehicle like this Shelby, do you personally, as somebody, before somebody destroys the vehicle, do you personally, as somebody who has been a Mustang lover all his life?
Well, I have too many Mustangs, and I think I just added another one. It's a blast. It's very different than the 350. The 350 was really a very balanced, built for racing kind of thing. This is going to be a great street car.
And what is it?